I get the idea now of the background. That's the background, right?
That's the background.
You play all this to Mary, is that right? Or does she do it separately?
Well, Mary will hear the part that's already made, and then she sings onto it.
I see.
First
I'll make the first part first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine.
All set, Mary?
Mm-hmm. Give me a G chord.
All right.
Somewhere there's music, how faint's the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. Now I'll add a tenor part to that.
All right.
Wait a minute.
This is
You're on.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's music, how faint's the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon.
What's the most tracks you've ever made?
Well, the most that we've put out on the market is 12 guitars and 12 of Mary singing.
Does that mean 24 tracks?
Very good.
Well, could you play that back to us and maybe put in a 25th?
Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above, love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me, I love you. Where there's music, how near, how far. Where there's heaven, it's where you are. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will still my heart, how high the moon. Somewhere there's music, I'll play the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will, until my heart, how high the
That was cool. See that?
There you go.
Wow.
Les Paul.
I bet he could play the hell out of some Guitar Hero.
Oh, he
I
could.
bet.
Not only that, he was knocking that.
Did you watch what he did with that at the very end when he flipped
the
his hand
finger
to the
flip?
top?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
used to do that all the time.
Man, that was very impressive.
Indeed, it was. There we go. Back on stage.
You know,
I never
it's
knew
always
about
been
him.
It's always been a competition. Well, most people actually heard of the other guitar player that came out about the same time, Chet Atkins.
Oh, okay.
Well, I knew he made the guitars, but I didn't actually play it. See,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
well, that's good. I learned something
Yeah,
today.
you too. There you go.
Well, rest his soul.
He was good. Although, if anybody out there with your video editing skills wants to remake that, and when they ask, what's the highest multi-track you ever did, play Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
I could see them doing it.
Don't rickroll that.
No.
That'd be bad. I don't know. It might be funny.
Oh, and of course, there's Jerry Reed doing the claw with Chet Atkins.
No, Jerry Reed did Pretty Mary Sunshine.
No, this is Jerry Reed. He's playing.
I know. Pretty Mary Sunshine.
Well, thank you very much. Those who sent in videos, a lot of those were homemade.
Yes,
And
indeed.
very well done. Hand animated, hand filmed. Even that one that was shot in the living room. Very nice living room. Very clean.
Yeah, he had no pictures on the wall.
We can tell that you vacuumed and everything.
Yes.
We can tell you live with your mother.
And you actually recorded that. I don't know if that person's actually watching or not.
Probably not.
Staff guard. Very cool.
Good stuff.
Did we ever do an
Thank
art
you
jam
for the
today?
videos.
Yeah. Well,
What was our art jam?
I'd have to scroll back. The channel has like 3 of them.
Well, let's name one of them.
It was what was the first topic we talked about?
Movies.
Porn.
No, hold on. Let me scroll back.
But you know what we haven't talked about yet?
What?
Forgeticus.
Oh yes, Forgeticus. Hold on. Let me get the art jam real quick, and then we can talk about Forgeticus because we did Forgeticus.
We were talking about podcasts we listened to, and I actually listened to the Kevin Smith podcast called the Smodcast.
Mhm.
And they did a thing on Harry Potter this week, and they made perfect sense. In the Harry Potter world, if you add Iticus to the end of any word, it becomes a magic spell.
Rush Hour German and FPS weather.
That was right. Rush Hour German. We did the FPS weather, and we had the German language.
That's right.
Okay,
But
so those
There's
are
your art jams. Send
But-
go to pawpet.tv. Follow the rules. Don't break the rules or we'll kick you out.
Right.
But yeah, they were talking about what if Ron and Harry had ever done something like in the back room or whatever,
and they wanted Hermione to forget.
and they just went, Forgeticus! And they forgot.
Yeah.
Or Big Boobicus, or anything with an icus on the end becomes a magic spell
That's
in Harry
great.
Potter land.
Almost like the gummy bear magic spells.
Oh, yeah, I
so if it
remember
be
those.
fire, it'd be Fumire? I forget how the gummy bear magic language worked. But it was
like
very
Fumire,
similar to
yeah,
that. I'm sure somebody in channel.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know.
Oh, but give it a moment as soon as
Give it
we
a
get
moment. How do you do gummy bear magic?
Actually, there would be a
How do you
spell
say
that
it?
most of us would like. Marijuanicus.
Somebody like if like Professor Snape came up and like was making Harry upset, he'd go, Impeticus.
Garrison Skunk, Multibubicus.
Gummy Barricus. Pornicus.
Mephitis is out of here.
Bye, Mephitis.
Rayu is out of here.
That's when people watch too much Sparta.
Yeah.
Sparta!
We didn't do roll call yet, did we?
Not yet. You can do roll call this time. I did not.
I'm too tired from amazing
Risotto.
risotto. Handmade in the Is House.
Pawpeticus.
Yeah. You can do the roll callicus.
I ate rosaticus.
Wait a minute, our chef can do the roll call.
Mudicus.
Yes.
Edwardicus.
Our chef can do the roll call.
And then we'll do interviewicus.
Yes.
With our cheficus.
I'm
How's that
surprised
sound?
nobody is saying anything about the gummy bear magic stuff.
Because they can't figure it out either.
Fumai, Lumar, Mummum.
Is that it? It was something like that.
Something like that. You had to have ummy in it somewhere.
Why
Well, I
the
know
hell are
now-
you whipping this out?
The word now was numau.
Sean Wolf, no Richard Siminicus. No Richard Simmonsicus. That's bad.
I remember
It turns
now.
everybody gay. Bad.
Richard Simicus.
Richard Simmonsicus.
Slapchopicus.
Slapchopicus.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, we're going to do
Pass that
ourselves.
bongicus.
That would be bad.
Pump the keg. No
Yeah.
bumicus, dude.
So, there's something else I was curious about. When you were little,
Yeah.
when you were a little weasel, when you were a little puppy dog, and when Takala was like a little zebra and Yappy was a little fox, do you remember going to...
Puppet babies.
Do you
will
remember...
make
No, Puppet Babies.
There's our gem.
Do you remember going to movie theaters that only had one screen in the theater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind
No,
of...
actually.
Well, that's where I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, by my college, there was an old theater with only one theater
Screen,
in
yeah.
it.
So a lot of those were really, really old. They were like, old Art Deco buildings
Right.
or something like that. And
Yeah,
a lot
it
of those...
smelled.
Well, but a lot of those buildings now, they're being torn down because they don't make money anymore, or they're being turned into, like the Enzion, their alternative theater
Ooh, I
building.
love Enzion.
So the question that I was having, because there is... I've been kind of on a little nostalgic kick with Houston, and there's only 2 of those theaters left in the entire city of Houston that are still functioning as movie theaters. One is the River Oaks Theater on West Gray Street, and the other is the Alabama, which is no longer a movie theater. It turned into a bookstore. And I was wondering, like, how many people actually have gone recently to movie theaters that only have one screen, like historic movie theaters?
Only if it's in somebody's
There-
house.
Actually, we were shooting for one of those last night when we were trying to go to Winter Garden because a friend of mine owns a movie theater in downtown Winter Garden.
Yeah, hold
He
on.
doesn't run first runs. He runs repeats.
Right.
Like he was doing a Johnny Depp themed weekend, and last night I believe was Edward Scissorhands. So yes, he actually owns a one movie theater.
I'm sending Yappy a link to just a picture. This is the movie theater prior to it becoming a bookstore.
And I still want to check it out because apparently it is exactly what you're describing right now.
Okay,
But
I
we
do
got-
have to ask
we got
also,
lost.
how many people have done the popcorn trick in a movie theater?
I think there's one in St. Cloud actually still too.
So that's this. I'm showing a picture. I'm sending it to Yappy.
Popcorn trick?
Yeah, where you're with a date and you get one of the big buckets of popcorn and you cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn and set it in your lap.
Oh, who needs a date for that? That's
Well, I
fun by
like to feel a
yourself.
hot butter on myself.
That's fun solo. I do that at home.
But
I'm doing
anyway.
that right now.
So this is the
With
movie theater.
risotto.
This is the movie
Ooh.
theater that I went to when I saw, believe it or not, Robin Hood. The Disney Robin Hood. I saw it in this movie
Apparently,
theater.
my mom took me to see Robin Hood in a single theater, a single screen theater.